Hi, second graders. How are you? It's Mrs. Burke, and I'm back with another math lesson. So I know that your math activities yesterday were somewhat difficult. So today I wanted to review some of those strategies. The strategies from yesterday's lessons are strategies we don't really use as often. We're used to the number disc and the arrow method and using our hundreds, tens, and ones charts, our place value charts. I'm going to show you two other strategies we can use that are other options for you, but you might not feel as comfortable with them. So the first one is a subtraction strategy, and it's called compensation. So it is totally okay if you don't remember the name of that, but just so you know, it does have a name. So it's called compensation with subtraction. And I'm going to show you what that would look like. We are going to simplify a subtraction problem in order to subtract. So here is the problem we're going to start with. 54, take away 19. And before I begin, actually, I'm going to do 2 or 3 of these on my own. I just want you to watch. You don't have to pick up a pencil or a paper. Just watch me work through them. And then you're going to have an opportunity at the end to try one on your own, okay? But for now, just pay attention. So we have 54 and we want to take away 19. Now, none of these or neither of these numbers are very friendly. They're kind of difficult to work with. So our goal is going to be to compensate, which is where that compensation word comes from, or make this number, this last number here that we're subtracting, a little friendlier to work with. And we're going to do that by bringing this number to the next 10. So if I'm at 19, how far away am I from my next 10? I'm 1 away. Just 1 more would give me 20. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write plus 1 for my 19. Now there's a rule with subtraction, and this rule is similar with other operations as well, but for today, the rule is whatever I do to this number, I'm going to have to do the same exact thing to this number. So I just added 1 to 19. So I have a nice friendly 20 to work with. Let me add 1 to my 54. And that's going to bring me to the number 55. So now I have a new problem. I just simplified this problem. So I'm going to rewrite it. So 54 plus this extra one is going to give me 55. And 19, we brought it to that nice friendly 20. I wrote plus, but this is minus. So now I'm going to subtract 55 minus 20, or just take away 2 tens, which would bring me to 45, 35. So 55 minus 20 is 35, which means that 54 minus 19 is also 35. All I did was add 1 more to make this a friendly number, and then I did the same exact thing to my original number. I added 1 more to make that balanced out, okay? So this is a strategy you're only going to do with subtraction. Let me show you another one. And guys, let me tell you, the more I practice these, the more I actually really like this strategy. So it might feel weird at first, but I think after some practice, it might be a strategy you want to use when you're subtracting. So here I have 33 and I want to take away 28. Now this isn't a strategy or a question that I could really just use my fingers and count up, but because I'm practicing a brand new strategy, I'm going to try it. So remember, I'm going to go to my second number, 28, and I want to bring it to the next 10, which would be 30, okay? So how many more do I need to make this a 30? 2 more. So I'm going to add 2 to my 28. And if you remember from the last question, whatever we do to this number, we have to do to the first number as well. So if I added 2 to my 28, I have to add 2 to my 33. So now what's my new equation? Well, 33 plus my 2 new ones gives me 35. And I'm gonna take away 28 plus 2, which would be 30. And now I have a nice friendly equation to work with. 35 minus 30 equals 5. Okay, and I told you that this is a question that you could have really just counted up quickly to get your answer. So let's check that way. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 5. So this strategy does work. 33 minus 28 is 5. Okay, watch me do one more and then you're gonna give it a try. The other ones I already had my boxes drawn, so this one, let me draw them. And if you realize here, see how my 33 box was slightly longer than my 28? That's because 33 is slightly bigger than 28. Here, my 54 box was much longer than my 19. That's because 54 is much greater than 19. So I like to keep my boxes somewhat visually accurate. So here I have 63 and 37. So I'm gonna start by making my longer 63 box. And then I'm gonna make my shorter 37 box. Okay, and I always go to my second number that I'm subtracting, which is 37, and I wanna bring it to my next 10. What would my next 10 be? The 40s, right? 4 10s. So how many more do I need to add to 37 to bring it to 40? I need to add 3 more. 37 plus 3 will get me that friendly, easy 40. So if I did that to my 37, guess what I have to do to my 63? Add 3. And now I'm ready to write my new equation. Well, 63 plus 3 is 66. Minus, remember, this is a subtraction strategy. We're not doing this for addition. 37 plus 3 brought us to that nice, easy 40. When I subtract 66 minus 40, I get 26, which means 63 minus 37 must equal 26. Okay, so I think you guys are ready to try this out on your own. Ready? Take as much time as you need. I'm gonna allow about 30 seconds, but if you need more time, the great thing about these videos are you can press pause and use as much time as you need. So try this one. Remember, you wanna make those boxes, and then you wanna think about what do I have to add to my second number to bring it to the next 10, and then you're gonna do the same thing to your first number. So here you go. Good luck. I'm gonna give you about 30 seconds to try this one out. Okay, so I'm gonna show you now how to solve this. If you need more time, just press pause. So I'm gonna make my 2 boxes, one for my 42, one smaller one for my 18, and I'm gonna fill those in to look like this. Now I'm gonna go to my second number and think, how many more do I need to make this my next 10? 18, 19, 20, I need 2 more. So I'm gonna add 2. And if I added 2 to my 18, then I have to add 2 to my 42. Okay, so now I'm gonna write my new equation. I don't really have too much room, but 42 plus 2 is 44. And then 18 plus 2 more brought us to that nice friendly 20. And now if I do 44, take away 20, 44, 34, 24. It's gonna equal 24. If you got that right, give yourself the biggest squeeze and cheer and hooray. And if you made an error, Give yourself a high five for trying it. Look to see where your mistake was and if you understand how you could fix it the next time, okay? So as a reminder, that is a subtraction strategy, and it's known as compensation, but you can give it another nickname if that word is a little hard to remember. Okay, so now I want to move on to an addition strategy you can use. And we're going to be working with number bonds to make friendly numbers. That's the whole goal of this, making nice, easy numbers to work with. So here, I have the equation 490, and I want to add 275. Now, I'm practicing one specific strategy, the number bond strategy here. And I want to bring one of these numbers to a nice, easy number to work with. All right? So which one of these could I make a nice, easy number? Well, watch this. This is really close to a new 100. Do you know which 100 I'm talking about? 500, okay? So I want to make this 500. What is it missing? It's missing 10 more. So I'm going to take the 10 from right here. And now this is my nice 500. I made my 500. And I have to figure out what number bond is going to give me 275. I have 10 already of it. What's still left of this 275? 265, because think about it. 265 plus 10 is 275, right? So the value of this is equal to the value of this. But I borrowed 10 of it and I moved it to this number. What do I still have remaining? 265. I haven't added that to anything yet. So now I'm left with two add-ins here. 500 plus 265. So first, let me add my hundreds. 500 plus 200 is 700. And then add another 65, and I have 765. Okay, so this is a number bond strategy that you can use. And this is for addition. Let me try another one. I have 380 plus 223, and I want to make a friendly number. And a really nice way to make a friendly number is to bring us to our nearest 100. So 380 is pretty close to what 100? 400. So what do I need to get there? 380, 390, 400. I'm missing 20. So watch where I'm going to get it from. I'm going to take 20 from this number. Okay? But I'm going to join it now instead to this one. So give me that not 500, sorry. To give me that 400. That's nice and easy to work with. Now, I still have to finish building this number. It needs a total value of 223. Right now it just has 20. So 223, it's missing 20 of it. So what's still remaining? 203. So I have my 400 plus this 203, which is still hasn't been added to anything. And what will I get? Well, 400 plus 200 is 600, plus 3 more, 603. Okay? So I'm going to give you one to try. All right. So take about 30 seconds, look at that first number and think, what do I need to borrow from my 474 to bring that 198 to my next 100? So take about 30 seconds to work on this. Okay, and if you need more time, this is a good spot to press pause. All right, so I want to bring my 198 to my easy, friendly number to work with, which is going to be 200. And all I need is 2 more. But where is that 2 coming from? I'm going to take it from this part over here. And now I'm going to join it to the 198 to make it a nice and easy 200. Now, I have to continue building this 474. Right now, I only have 2. What am I missing to complete this 474? Well, if I take 2 away from this number, I'm still missing 472, right? Because 472 plus 2 is 474, so my value is still equal. I haven't lost value anywhere. So I'm going to take my 200 plus the 472, which remains from the 474, and I'm going to get 672. So remember, first of all, great job on that. That's an addition strategy that you can use, okay? So I'm proud of you because these aren't strategies that we use often. We're more comfortable with the other ones, but these are strategies that you do want to understand. And in the next video, we're actually going to look at student samples and we're going to kind of see if we can understand what they did in their work. All right, so practice these. If you want, go back to yesterday's classwork and you can even try 1 or 2 of them. Try the compensation, which is this, if you see some subtraction ones, and you can try the number bond strategy if you see some of these. And they also showed the arrow, but we did a lot of that last week, so you could always try the arrow method as well. All right, great job. Hang in there, second graders. Miss you.